First, I want to say what an amazing life I've had. And I owe it all to this guy. He's provided so much for our family and for me. David wakes up in the morning with a smile on his face, eager to go to work every day for the past 41 years. Maybe that's not because he's going to work, rather because he's getting out of the house. We'll have to see if that smile continues after June 23rd. David started at the government printing office in April of 1976 in Washington, D.C., and we met 9 months into his employment on a blind date arranged by one of the contractors. We moved to Seattle for his job here, starting only 5 months later, and we've been here ever since. I thought we'd live here for only 3 years, but now it's been 40. We'll celebrate our 40th anniversary of being married and our 40th anniversary of living together. David started as a printing specialist. That's what his gift is going to be for retirement, a new camera. So he's been manager of the government printing office for 10 years. For the most part, he's enjoyed his job all these years, and it's been a long time. Not many people can acclaim to being with the same employer for 41 years. David has a work ethic not found in many of the younger generations. And the best part is that he has taught others these skills and has passed on his knowledge to those after him. He's made some
Goldberg boot camp.
Goldberg boot camp.
Right.
He's made some lifelong friends in his long employment at GPO, as well as earned the respect of many. I can imagine that after 41 years that leaving a job can be difficult. I can't even imagine what it would be like someone asking me to stop being a mother, the job that I've had for 37 years. What would I do with my life? David may be asking himself that same question. It's kind of scary. I'll keep you all posted. I'll try to keep him busy, as will everyone here who might need home repairs or car repairs or all the other stuff that he does.
Oh, yeah, we got work.
We got stuff.
I'm going to be wearing full camo, so you'll never find me.
Down to the underwear.
So after a summer trip to Chicago for David to be with his mom and a trip to Israel for me, we'll settle into retired life together and we'll see what it's like. These are some words of a song from Mary Chapin Carpenter. It's called Grow Old Along With Me. I don't know if any of you know the song. It's just a little bit of it. The best is yet to be. When our life has come, we will be as one. Two branches of one tree face the setting sun when the day is done. Spending our lives together, man and wife together, world without end. Whatever fate decrees, we will see it through. Our love is true. Grow old along with me. Merle came up with a great idea. She wrote to our family members who aren't here and asked them to write something. So I'm going to read what Mindy wrote. I'm going to read what Joseph wrote. David's going to read what Mindy wrote because I can't read it. It will make me cry. And then I have an uncle in California who wrote something that David's going to try to decipher for everybody. And then I have to say this is what Joseph wrote. Everybody said thank you to Merle for coming up with this idea. Mom and Dad, I'm sorry I'm not able to make it to your Simcha tonight. It was a difficult decision, but I'm doing what I think is right by supporting Justin, who just observed the first anniversary of his wife's passing. He's with his friend Justin tonight, which had already been arranged. You gave me such a strong moral compass. Maybe had you not given me such a strong moral compass, I would not be the supportive friend to Justin, and I would not be missing your big party. We don't always see eye to eye on every decision, but you two have always been there for me and have served as such excellent role models for a strong, healthy relationship. I wish you nothing but the best with many more happy years together. All my love, Joe. He's Joe, but I still call him Joseph. Okay, we're going to...
I could go on, though, and tell you some great stories, but I'm not prepared. I'm really glad everyone's here tonight. I got to say hi to everybody except Marlene. Hi, Marlene. Good to see you. So I'm going to first read what Mindy wrote. And I'm kind of surprised Mindy went into the field she went to. I really thought Mindy was going to go into journalism because Mindy's writing is really amazing. And I'm honored to get to read it. So I want to make sure I read hers and not Uncle Alvin's. Here we go. Yeah, someone went out the edit. Okay, now here's Mindy. It's not me. All I really need to know, I learned from my mom and dad. The importance of sharing, playing fair, and living a balanced life. How to work hard while putting family first. How to give to others without giving too much of myself. How to fight for what's important and forgive and forget what isn't. That parenting is about patience and listening and teaching independence. That marriage is about finding common values and accepting differences. That simplicity and modesty are best. That gender stereotypes are just that, stereotypes. I never saw my mom wait for my dad come home to put together a piece of furniture, and there was never a second thought that my dad would teach me to throw a football or a frisbee or to excuse me, or to build a snow igloo. And he was just as ready to braid my hair and play My Little Ponies. This gave me the confidence and self-respect to pursue my own ambitions. So, thank you, Mom and Dad, for serving as wonderful examples as parents, spouses, and community members, and to many more happy years together. Love, Mindy, Rowie, and Matan. And there'll be a new one coming because Mindy's expecting a baby in July, so the family's growing, just like all of your families are growing, and looking forward to hearing from all your grandchildren.
Both the promised land.
Now this next one is Uncle Alvin's. So first of all, we have to switch gears. Stop thinking about Mindy and start thinking about Uncle Alvin. Okay. A few memories from our times together with David, Barbara, and family. We drove Barbara home from Sinai Hospital when she was born after a 5-week hiatus.
That means I had to stay in the hospital for 5 weeks.
Barbara was a preemie, so she was in the hospital for 5 weeks.
I weighed 3 pounds.
She weighed 3 pounds.
She doesn't weigh much more than that.
Okay, so Barbara was in the hospital for 5 weeks, working to get her length and weight sufficient to go on the Disney ride. Everybody laughed. Whenever I was in Baltimore, from my home in Denver, Barbara would learn to drive in my rental car, although she had to use a periscope to see out of the windshield. Stop. She learned to drive at a very early age, 9 or 10. When we would return home, her mom Beverly would ask where we were, and Barbara would brag about driving, and Beverly would respond in her infectious laugh. Barbara ultimately visited our home then in Denver and enjoyed many grown-up pleasures, which I'm sure she would be happy to share.
No.
David, on the other hand, was always a proper government employee, except when there was free lunch and alcohol. How come I didn't scratch this line out? You guys know I don't drink. Returning to the Portland airport together after Benny's bar mitzvah, David was backed up in stalled traffic. He had to get us to a flight that we were running late to catch. With the coolness of James Bond, he shifted into reverse and backed the entire length to the road above, and we detoured onto an otherwise impossible connection. Sorry, but duty calls, but would happy to give you some more real-time info if you call my cell. And if we both use speakerphone, and my number is 951-205-3302. So I want everybody to call this number. Like when you go to bed, set your alarm for 2 a.m. and call Uncle Alvin. Tell him his nephew David told him to call. And tell him like there's a fire on his porch and he's the We send our love and congrats to both, and we'll be together soon in Israel or California or Baltimore, Mazel Tov, and all that Chazarah. That's all I have.
Okay.
Did you catch that?
I have one more. Yeah, thank you for allowing me to join in the fun tonight. I know that this idea to share stories tonight at the party really was meant for family only, but I think that I'll be the person there who knows Barbara the longest, unless Arthur attends. So my brother Arthur and Benjamin, his son, are here. If otherwise, she was 14, I was 15. I met Barbara at a BBYO convention in a hotel waiting for the elevator. It's rare I meet folks my size. So when she said, hey, let's walk the stairs instead, I said sure and started up, not realizing that the ballroom was on the 18th floor. Even then, she was in great shape. A friendship was formed, the two Barbaras. On another BBYO adventure, on a 24-hour bus ride, we were the only ones sleeping in the Trailways bus luggage compartment above the seats. Very comfortable. In her room on Linview Avenue, she wired all of her lights, clocks, and radio to one switch. I remember her being like, oh, no problem. I loved and still love being Barbara's friend because I became part of all of her family. Don't ask about dating Neil, that's my older brother, and then his best friends. But I would spend time with the whole family, and that meant parents, both sets of grandparents, which was special to me since I only had one grandmother. They adopted me too. My mom Sarah, that was my father's mother, gave me fashion advice and maybe my addiction to purses. We babysat for Arthur on Saturday nights, ordering and eating an entire dozen of steamed crabs. Yes, I ate them back then. French fries with gravy, followed by hot fudge ice cream sundaes, much to the chagrin of the patrons around us. We dated boys who were also best friends and cried together over some of the same boyfriends and others. We ended up in graduate school together. Did you know that she would, of course, finish her assignments in advance, but not turn them in until the due date so the rest of us slackers didn't feel bad? That's Barbara's sense of compassion. We stayed together through moves around the country, illnesses, marriages, births, and deaths. For me, always steadfast, rational, loyal, kind, and very, very loving. I'm so blessed to have her in my life. I have a sister. Barbara is my chosen sister, and I wish her 120 more birthdays, and she and David many more anniversaries. I'm raising my glass tonight with you as I say l'chaim to a wonderful couple and the strongest, literally and figuratively, woman I know. I brought our wedding glasses.
Oh my goodness.
They say bride and groom, and we can have a toast.
Yeah.
Some of Scott and Monica's wine. Do you want more?
Of course I do.
Remember what
Stop.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
Remember what Uncle Alvin said?
When I go.
Alcohol.
Free alcohol.
Oh wait, Joy, didn't I say only drink one drink a month?
No.
We also have our wedding
Forget
picture.
that.
This is the glass that David smashed under
It's really a light bulb.
What'd you say?
It's really a light bulb.
No, it's a real glass. And here's my garter belt.
Put it on. Put it on.
Oh, I missed.
Hi, everybody. If you're in the witness protection program and don't want to be in the video, cover your face. Hi, everybody.
Mazel tov!
Good to see everybody.
Mazel tov. Hey, mazel tov.
Thank you.